My boss smiled when she fired me. Smiled like she won something. 6 months later, she was out of a job, and I was sunbathing in Bali with a year's salary in my pocket, all because she thought I was disposable. She was wrong. Pause. This is how I got fired for being a smoker, and turned their petty revenge into a 6-figure disaster they'll never recover from. If you've ever been underestimated or treated like trash by a boss, hit that like button. This story is for every overworked, underpaid dreamer who just needed one chance to get even, and took it, dream, until it wasn't. Back in the early 2010s, I thought I had landed a golden opportunity. I was hired by a university looking to expand into YouTube content, and back then, that was rare. No TikTok, no fancy creator tools. If you made video content in those days, you were either self-taught or elite. They offered me about $2,200 a month. Not much, even then. But I was hungry and ambitious. The tech was terrible. Their cameras couldn't even film in 1080p. Their computers crashed when I tried to export footage. So I used my own gear, my own software, my own time. Then, on day two, my manager called me in. She handed me a printed KPI sheet with a big, bold number, 85. 85 videos? I asked. She nodded, all cheerful. 3 to 10 minutes each, over the next 52 weeks. That's script writing, directing, shooting, sound design, editing, graphics, even music composition. All solo. No team. No help. Oh! And they were too cheap to buy royalty-free music. So guess who had to make that too? I told her it was insane. She just smiled and said, "Don't worry. If the quality's there, I won't stress the quantity." That one sentence, that was the trap. For the first month, she was all sunshine and compliments. Then she found out I was a smoker. I didn't hide it. I just casually mentioned it. One of my colleagues literally face-bombed. "You told her you smoke?" Turns out, this woman had a personal vendetta against smokers. Suddenly, everything changed. She started nitpicking every little thing. "You smell like smoke. You were 7 minutes late," after pulling 4 hours of unpaid overtime. "Why can't I reach you during your 30-minute unpaid break?" It didn't matter that I worked 6 days a week, or that I was pulling 60-plus hours just to stay afloat. She wanted me gone, and now she had her excuse. The knife in the back. 5 months in, I was called into the director's office, and there she was, my manager, sitting smugly, arms crossed, wearing that expression every office worker knows too well, the "I'm disappointed, but secretly thrilled" face. The director told me they were letting me go. Why? Because I had only completed 30 of the 85 videos. Apparently, that made me a failure. I tried to defend myself. How I worked overtime every day single-handedly made the most watched videos a university had ever uploaded. And how, on day 2, the manager told me quality was more important than quantity. The director barely looked at me. 85 was a KPI, she said. "You're not on track. We'll find a professional production house to finish the rest." And my manager, she actually snorted. Finally, a professional. I left feeling humiliated, chewed up, disposable. But humiliation can be a powerful spark. What they didn't know is that part of my job had been to build a database of trusted production houses, studios they'd need if they ever scaled up. And now they needed one. So I went into that database and changed every single contact email and phone number, everyone but one, a small but talented company, where my friend worked as a junior director, not an assistant, a director on small projects, but very capable. I gave him a call. "I have a playbook. I'll show you how to win the pitch. You'll get the gig. Your company will pay me a 15% finder's fee, and you'll get a fast track to senior director." He didn't even hesitate. Within 2 days, they were invited to pitch. And thanks to my inside knowledge, what phrases a director liked, what visuals impressed my manager, they nailed it. It's like they already understand our vision. The manager whispered to the director. They were hired on the spot. Now here's the delicious part. They needed 55 more videos to hit the KPI, and a production house doesn't come cheap. Each video they made cost double or triple my monthly salary. They brought in producers, directors, DPs, gaffers, audio techs, editors, assistants, the whole Hollywood buffet. The final bill? Over 10 times the original project's budget. All because they fired me for being a smoker. And me? I sat back, sipping cocktails in Bali, pocketing my 15% cut. That's 15 months of my salary. For one glorious act of poetic revenge, I used the money to travel, then enroll in a film school overseas. But the story doesn't end there. One sunny afternoon in Bali, my phone buzzed. It was that same colleague who warned me about the manager's smokerphobia. She said, "You're not going to believe what just happened." Apparently, the chancellor found out the content project had gone 10 times over budget. What was supposed to cost a year and a half of my salary ended up blowing past 10 years worth of it. The manager? Fired on the spot. The director? Publicly blasted in a board meeting and removed from overseeing future digital projects. Why? Because neither of them got approval for the massive overspend. The manager panicked trying to meet the KPI. So she signed off on everything, desperate to prove she could finish the project after firing me. And she did finish it. But the price? Her job, her credibility, her career. Some people think revenge is petty, but sometimes justice looks like your enemy drowning in the mess they created, while you're halfway across the world, sipping a pina colada and smiling at the sunset. All I wanted was to do good work. They thought I was disposable. Turns out, I was irreplaceable. If that story gave you chills, hit that like button and drop a comment below. What's the pettiest but most satisfying revenge you've ever seen or done? And don't forget, subscribe for more wild Reddit revenge stories.